Hi, my name's Katrina. I'm one of the advanced RCPs here at Sharp Memorial. I'm just going to briefly go over the ventilators that you'll see on your floors. This is the Hamilton G5. We also have the Hamilton Galileo, which is just a little bit older version, but the functionality is the same. The Galileo just has the knob screens, not the touch screens like the G5. Also to note that this is a single limb circuit. By the time the patient gets to your floor, they will most likely be on the dual limb heated wire circuit. So you'll have a separate inspiratory and expiratory limb that will connect to your trach. The ventilator is currently in standby. You probably won't see this unless your RT is with you at your bedside. So we'll go ahead and start. Just to go over a few main alarms to look out for. High pressure is generally when the patient needs to be suctioned. They have secretions, you can kind of hear it gurgling. Also, bronchospasm and wheezing will also create high pressure. So this is what the alarm looks like. Let's see if I can do that again. Oh, it might help if I take it off. When it's red, it indicates a high alert. So the high pressure, generally the patient's going to be coughing. You can assess them if they need suction. Silence button is here. It will silence for 2 minutes. If you are preparing to suction, please hit alarm silence, as well as the 2-minute O2, which is right here. That'll give them 2 minutes bolus of 100% oxygen, and you can see the timer right there. Once you've suctioned your patient, you may need to do a couple passes to fully clear secretions. When you are suctioning, please also hold on to the end of the ballard where it meets the trach to make sure that you have airway safety. Another alarm that you might see is low pressure. It is also a high priority alarm. And 99% of that time when that goes off, that's because some kind of disconnection has happened, whether within the circuit or to the patient. You should be able to hear it. If you can't hear it, immediately start bagging your patient and call your RT if you weren't sure what the problem is. There should be an ambu bag at every bedside that has an airway connected. Disconnections, kind of the same thing as low pressure. Same thing I just said, high minute ventilation and low minute ventilation. High minute ventilation, usually the patient is breathing too quickly or very deeply. They might be anxious or short of breath, especially you might see this on an SBT if they're not quite making it through. Low minute ventilation generally doesn't happen as often because the ventilator will pick up missed breaths. But sometimes it can trigger due to oversedation or just not meeting the requirements of the ventilator. Ways that we help prevent ventilator-associated events or ventilator-associated pneumonia is just to keep the head of the bed, when appropriate, 30 degrees or higher. Use hand hygiene, oral care, and subglottic suctioning every 4 hours. The RT will be checking on the ventilated patient every 4 hours, also as needed. They should be performing deep suctioning along with subglottic suctioning. So if there needs to be oral or subglottic suctioning in between, you can communicate with your RT. And also that's done between before and after a transport, but that'll also be done by your RT. Monitoring the patient response to mechanical ventilation. This goes in general with vital signs, patient assessment, their work of breathing, high inspiratory pressures, which you'll see here. This is going to be that alarm I was talking about, the high pressure alarm. And then this is especially important during spontaneous breathing trials, also long-term weaning trials. Your RT should call you and let you know when they're planning to start the breathing trial so that you can know to look for certain signs. And it'll show here what mode they're on. So if you see SPONT, just a quick look, you'll know that they're on an SBT.